Coalition. Please receive him.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys are fancy here. Y'all got a mic? That's pretty dope. I appreciate that for sure. Okay. Nice. I am so glad to be here. Oh, hello, Gabby. I didn't even see you there. What's up? I just want to give another shout out to Emily. Happy birthday to you again. She does some really awesome work. I've known her for a long time, and I'm not surprised that she's here doing community work. So shout out to her. Happy birthday. Keep up the good fight for the people. Appreciate you. So yeah, just a bit about myself. My name is actually Dannelly Rodriguez. I am a law student at the CUNY School of Law. I'm from Astoria, Queens. Grew up, born and raised. And I'm part of the Justice for All Coalition. We're a group of tenant organizers in Western Queens, particularly in NYCHA, in Queensbridge, Ravenswood, Astoria, and Woodside housing projects. As you guys know, Queensbridge is literally the biggest NYCHA complex that exists in New York City and in the country. We are also the biggest concentration of NYCHA residents in the entire city as well. So we have a whole host of NYCHA residents. And honestly, I just want to say something about NYCHA. NYCHA is personal for me. I've never lived in NYCHA. My family actually lives in Section 8. And so we very much live through those similar deplorable conditions that you guys are going through. But living in Astoria in Long Island City, I went to Long Island City High School. Most of my friends were from Queensbridge, Ravenswood, and Astoria. A lot of my friends still live there to this day, but even more don't live there anymore because of just the shenanigans that NYCHA has been doing over the years, where simply they can't afford to live there, or they just can't stand to live the deplorable conditions that they're existing in anymore. So they move to the South and go to Atlanta or something. I hear a lot of them are going to Atlanta, and that's unfortunate because it's eroding the fabric of community that exists in New York City. When you go through NYCHA, you see people. You see people. You see community. Like the woman said prior, they're playing dominoes, you know, and they're having fun, and we're barbecuing and really having a great time. And as you see the city developing towards this sort of luxury style-esque housing, they're literally forgetting about our people. And we're getting away from the family values and the community values that are deeply embedded in NYCHA. Like, I can't begin to envision a city without NYCHA, because without NYCHA, like, all the culture, all the swag, all the energy is gone. So for me, it's personal because I know what it's like to live in these conditions despite not living in NYCHA. I have too many friends that have gone through this nonsense. And frankly, we can't stand up for this anymore. We gotta stand up for ourselves. And I think this is the main thing. And when we organize together, there is absolutely nothing that we can accomplish. Over the last 2 years, with the Justice for All Coalition, we were able to organize NYCHA tenants around the Amazon injustice. So Amazon was tasked, yep. Bye-bye, Amazon, not here. You're not gonna drive up our rent, not here. Exactly, not today at all. Yep, exactly. So that was a huge battle, and half the battle was the fact that a lot of people didn't really understand the implications of something like Amazon coming into the city. The impact that it would have on rent, the impact that it would have on small businesses that are mostly owned by the neighborhood and the people who've lived in those communities for years. It would have driven us out of our homes, our workplaces, and our communities, all under the guise of jobs. They were saying we're gonna bring 25,000 jobs, but none of those jobs were guaranteed. It was not part of any deal whatsoever. So when we educated the NYCHA tenants, we held countless meetings, we had assemblies, we advised the tenants of the information that was necessary for them to make the decision, and a lot of people came to the conclusion that Amazon was not a good fit for our city. They didn't involve us in the process, and there was no discussion about that. So we took it upon ourselves to have that discussion and make our own process. And through that, through organizing, through protesting, through rallying, through all these direct actions, we were able to say, go home. Go home. And that right there is a testament to the power of everyday people. When we stand together, we can knock all forces out. And that's what we need to focus on. So, NYCHA tenants have a whole host of rights, as you guys know. It's challenging to kick you guys out of your homes. And there's a whole host of legal rights that are available to you guys. So through the coalition, what we've been doing over the past year is also educating tenants on their rights, about what it means to get repairs done in their homes, to make sure that there's adequate and dignified living in their homes. And a lot of people don't know that you actually have the right, some tenants, not all, have the right to withhold rent if your repair conditions are not made. If repairs are not made in your home, then you literally have the right to withhold your rent. Now just imagine for a second if a whole host of NYCHA tenants said, you know what? It's 500,000 of us. If we said, no way, until you guys fix our conditions, we're not going to continue to pay rent. There's power there. That's our power, and when we put our power together, we can literally transform NYCHA. So I don't want to take up too much time. My time is up. If you're interested in knowing your rights as a tenant in NYCHA, please reach out to myself. Also, Stanley is also part of the Executive Steering Committee for Justice for All as well. So please come up to me personally. We want to get in touch with you. We want to make sure that we build with all the NYCHA complexes throughout the city. Because ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people. Say what?